Imagine a plane vanishing midair with 239 people on board, leaving behind only confusion, unanswered questions, and a trail of conspiracy theories. In March 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 disappeared without a trace, sparking one of the most mysterious and unsettling disappearances in modern aviation history. So, what really happened to MH370? Was it an accident? A hijacking? Or something more sinister? Let's dive into the mysterious disappearance of Flight MH370. March 8, 2014, a routine flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The Boeing 777, a reliable aircraft, took off as scheduled, carrying 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Everything seemed normal. The plane climbed into the sky, and soon it was cruising at 35,000 feet over the South China Sea. It was a clear, calm night. But within less than an hour, all contact with the plane was lost. At 1:19 a.m., the last known communication from the plane occurred, a routine message from the cockpit. "Good night, Malaysian 370. That was the last anyone heard from the crew. By 1:30 a.m., radar contact had been lost. The plane was no longer on air traffic control screens. But this is where the story takes a turn. Instead of continuing on its flight path to Beijing, Flight MH370 made a mysterious turn. Military radar later confirmed the plane had deviated from its intended course, flying back over the Malaysian peninsula and into the vast expanse of the southern Indian Ocean. This revelation alone raised countless questions. Why did the plane turn? Was it a mechanical failure, a deliberate act by someone on board, or something else entirely? A few hours after the plane lost contact, the search effort began. Initially, searchers focused on the South China Sea, but soon, the investigation took a shocking twist. Satellite data revealed that MH370 had continued flying for hours after it disappeared from radar. This information came from a satellite ground station that was receiving pings from the plane's onboard communication system. This meant that the plane was still transmitting signals, but no one could pinpoint exactly where it was. The search area was expanded dramatically. Investigators focused on the southern Indian Ocean, a vast and remote stretch of water. The only clue that remained was a series of satellite handshakes, or pings, between the plane and a satellite ground station. This data was crucial, but it left many unanswered questions. How far had the plane flown? What was its final location? And why did it stop transmitting signals? The search area grew to encompass thousands of square miles, but after years of searching, no trace of the plane was found. That is, until 2015, when a piece of MH370's wing, a flaperon, was discovered on the shores of Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. It was the first physical evidence that the plane had crashed in that area, but it only deepened the mystery. If the plane had crashed here, where was the rest of it? And why hadn't more wreckage been found? The discovery of the flaperon raised more questions than answers. Investigators examined the piece carefully, trying to glean any clues that might point to what had happened. The damage suggested a high-speed impact, but no one could explain how the plane ended up in the remote location where it did. The search for more wreckage continued, but the vastness of the ocean and the lack of reliable clues made the task near impossible. Theories began to flood the public's imagination. Some speculated that the plane had been hijacked. Others believed the crew was involved in a deliberate act of sabotage. There were even claims that the plane had been shot down or that it had fallen victim to some sort of technical malfunction. Each theory had its proponents, but none could be conclusively proven. One theory that gained traction was the idea of a death dive, the possibility that the plane had been intentionally flown into the ocean in a suicide mission. This theory was fueled by the fact that the plane's final movements seemed to indicate deliberate action. The pilots, or someone on board, might have turned off the plane's communication systems and guided it into a remote part of the ocean, far from any possible rescue. But what would drive someone to do such a thing? And if the crew was involved, was there an ulterior motive, such as a personal crisis or a larger political agenda? Investigators found no clear answers. The plane's black boxes, which could have provided crucial information, were never found. The final moments of MH370 remain a mystery. Another theory centered around the possibility of a mechanical failure, such as a catastrophic fire or loss of cabin pressure. This could explain why the plane continued flying for hours without communication. But if this were the case, why was the plane flown so far off course? The nature of the malfunction would have to explain both the loss of control and the strange path the plane took. Despite years of searching, no wreckage from the plane was discovered until 2018, when a second piece of debris was found on the coast of Mozambique. This discovery further confirmed that the plane had crashed into the Indian Ocean, but it did little to clarify the cause of the disappearance. As the search for MH370 continues, there's still no definitive answer. The official investigation, led by the Australian Transport Safety Bureau, was suspended in 2018 after failing to locate the main wreckage. Theories continue to circulate, and the question remains, what really happened to flight MH370? There are those who believe we may never know the full story. The ocean is vast, and the evidence is scant. But the mystery of MH370 persists, and with each new development, more questions are raised. Was it an accident? A hijacking? Or something far darker? Only time will tell if the truth behind flight MH370's disappearance is ever uncovered. Until then, the story remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. And as new theories emerge, the search for answers continues, one piece of debris at a time. So, what do you think happened to MH370? Was it simply a tragic accident, or is there something more to this story than we know? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to explore more unsolved mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. Thanks for watching.